President Muhammadu Buhari took over power from the former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan on May 29, 2015. During the electioneering, the president and his party, All Progressives Congress (APC), rolled out a roadmap on how to transform all sectors of Nigeria to bring about radical change centered on the welfare of the people. Achieving these promises requires political will, availability of funds, and effective participation of citizens and relevant stakeholders. Let's take a closer look at some of these promises.
Good day, this is YOUTHTALK, and today we're going to be talking about Buhari's first 10 months in office. Fortunately, we have two guests here. Kajan, welcome.
Thank you.
And Chidi, welcome.
Hello.
And we also have a regular here, Gilo. So today we're going to be talking about what our guests think about Buhari's first 10 months in office. So Kajan, what's your take on Buhari's first 10 months in office?
In my opinion, Buhari has done very well in his first 10 months because he has actually been able to handle some situations that are very important, like security. You will agree with me that Boko Haram now has terrorized us less often than before. He has strengthened international relations with other countries, even though people say he's the traveler, president who has been traveling a lot. But in his defense, and I agree with him, you need to see presidents or people you are negotiating with face to face to be able to. And he's handling the issue of NNPC too very well. He has changed the whole office and things are looking forward.
But you can argue that the fuel prices increased.
The fuel prices it's not entirely his fault because in the international, the whole place, the price of fuel is falling. So it's not entirely his fault with the issue of fuel.
Okay, we're going to come back to the issue of security. Chidi, what do you think about Buhari's 10 months in office?
Yeah, I will agree with him very much because if we try to look at Nigeria from where we were coming from and where we are now, we'll find out that within this short period of time, he has actually achieved a lot. You get, in terms of trying to rechannel our focus on extra source of revenue. You get, he's trying to move the focus of Nigeria from just petroleum to even what we were used to before we discovered oil in the country. He's now trying to channel our focus to agriculture, which is very good. He's trying to call about importation of stable food, and for me, that is a whole lot for this short period of time.
Gelo, how about you?
Buhari has done well so far, but I would.
There's a but?
Yeah, there's a but. There's a but. We foreigners, Nigerian citizens in diaspora, we are actually having a lot of problems. I'm sure we all agree with that. Yeah, and it's the last interview he did with Al Jazeera. I'm sure we all remember that when he was like, I can remember him shrugging his shoulder.
Like if you can't afford it.
Yeah, if you can't afford it, it's like whatever the banks want to do to us, they should do to us.
But some may argue that we're a minority. So in order for the country to get better, it has to get worse. So we're just a minority. So he's trying to stay with the currency, and we can't stop the progress of Nigeria because of a few people in diaspora. That's why a lot of people argue. So I'm going to go back to the question about security. Kajan, you mentioned security. You said he has stopped Boko Haram, or he has reduced the attack of Boko Haram. But some people may argue that Boko Haram was always supporting the Northern movement and Northern president, and since he came into power, it's all political. Well, I think you're from the north, right?
Yes, I am.
So what do you what do you have to say about that?
It's a very good question, but I will not agree because yes, it's a political issue, and people have said that they wanted Buhari or a northerner to rule over Nigeria. But I think the issue of Boko Haram is not even a northern issue; it's an international issue. I think they have international sponsors. If you look at the weapons they even use.
Well, some consider political sponsored by Nigerian politicians.
Well, but not necessarily pro-North. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
It's only to destabilize Nigeria as a country. We're not the only country that other international countries want to destabilize. They do it to Iraq and other countries, even to Ukraine that we are in. So I think it's the issue, the thing is, it's not whether it was in Northern and Jonathan, with all due respect, he would have done better handling Boko Haram.
If he had had the time, is
Yeah,
that what
if
you're
he
saying?
had-
But he had 4 years.
He
more.
had the time, but he was, I think he was, let me use the word weak. He wasn't stern with the issue of Boko Haram.
Okay.
And this Buhari has really done. Maybe we'll give it to his military experience as an advantage.
As an advantage. Okay. Then Chidi, I'm going to ask you a question about Nigeria's corruption, basically, and Buhari rearranging offices and sacking a lot of people and replacing them with new people. What do you think? Do you think that's a move forward to like help Nigeria grow, or do you think it's just normal Nigerian politics, taking out the old person and bringing in your own person?
Well, before I address that, I would like to
Continue about the
just say few things about what he said.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't consider Jonathan as weak per se. There's something as somebody being a specialist in a particular field.
Or you saying Buhari is
Yeah.
a specialist in military tactics?
Well, with all we know, Buhari has undergone so much training. He went to the UK. He went to several
Went to
kind
US
of
military school.
US military school.
College,
So now we're talking of somebody that has this intelligence.
Okay.
So you wouldn't expect somebody with little intelligence in that field to do more than somebody that has. Now he's a specialist. Let us not forget that he was a major general.
Okay.
You get. So then back to the question of corruption.
No, sorry. Back to your Buhari being a specialist. So Jonathan is a specialist in what then?
Well, see, I would rather not point fingers
Okay.
to a leader. You get. Now when you're talking of Nigeria as a whole, we're talking of something being very, 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 very crucial, because the people on his own were difficult to manage. Nigerians are very difficult to manage. So in that sense, I wouldn't say he's weak. So he tried his best, but he couldn't do much on that sector.
Okay, to the corruption, because
Yes.
we're working with time.
Okay, to the corruption, I would say Buhari has done a good job. You get, because if you look at the way things are, the way he's really questioning those people in charge, like for instance the issue with the petroleum sector and everything, you find out that at least in his own tenure there's this should I say transparency, which we saw back then when he was chairman of PTF.
Okay.
You get, so he's really bringing it in and he's doing well. He's doing well, recovering so much money from those from the past political.
Though we haven't seen the use of the money though, but you can keep talking.
Well, for now we have to recover first before we'll talk about.
Stan, do you agree with him on everything he's saying?
On the issue of corruption, yes, because Nigeria is a country that we are diverse and it's not easy to handle, like he said, and we need somebody that will be afraid of. He has restored it even in public.
So do you want a president you'll be afraid of?
Not
Or a president you can relate
not
to?
necessarily, but right now it's what Nigeria needs, because Nigeria is in a state where we cannot. I'm even of an opinion that democracy is not for us, or maybe a modified kind of democracy.
So that democracy or not, they can be a modified kind of democracy.
I think that's why we took Goodluck Jonathan for granted.
Because-
You understand? Yes,
okay.
because it's not that he was weak per se, but we've thrived better under military rulers.
Okay.
You understand? Until maybe we learn to work under these people before we can actually have to work with them.
Obasanjo was good.
I would say yes. I would agree that Obasanjo was good.
Gelo, what do
We
you
can
think?
leave that argument for another day.
Okay. In few seconds, what's your opinion? Do you think Buhari is there's a light at the end of the tunnel with Buhari?
Oh yes, I really believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Buhari. Buhari has done a great job so far, but the way when he
Those
talks,
with your bots.
yeah, there's when he talks, when he's on TV and other media platform, the way he speak like he doesn't care, like. Oh no!
But that's what
It's like that.
Kadan is saying we need that's what we need.
Yeah, that's what we need, but the way he does it, he does it too much.
But in my own say, I won't say I don't need a president that will caress my tantrums. All I just need is results. So whether he cares or not, all we need is result. So for me, I don't think that okay. Now talking about the issue of money exchange, transfer, and everything, you don't expect to spend or let so much out of your country when you don't have much. Now let's compare what petroleum was going for in the past, in the last few years, when it was like more than $100 per barrel, and now we're talking of something less than $30 per barrel. So what do you, how do you, when you add up the maths, you find out that he's doing well. He's doing well with less.
Chidi, we don't have much time. Of course, I'm sure you have a lot of things to air out about Nigeria's presidency and the way it's working. So I'm going to ask you guys to rate Buhari on a scale of 1 to 10. Kajan, I'll start with you. What do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10, rate Buhari. 10 being the highest.
10 being the highest, I'll rate Buhari 8.
8. Yes. And giving him room for improvement.
Room for improvement. The place where he has to improve is his relationship with we the subject.
Okay.
I believe he has intentions that we do not understand yet.
Okay.
And he's he's telling us about it in a wrong way.
Okay.
And also Nigerians should learn how to criticize their leaders. Most people give criticisms that they don't even understand what they are criticizing. You understand? So I think that's the way forward for Nigeria. The government and the people can learn to.
Right. Thank you very much. Chidi, how about you on a scale of 1 to 10?
He has a very long way to go, but I'll give him 7.
7. Wow, that's quite low compared to Kajan.
One is a lot.
Okay, how about you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I will give him a 7 if Obasanjo.
But
no, there's no. If Obasanjo was a 5, I will give him a 7.
Obasanjo 5.
Yeah, if Obasanjo is a 5,
I wish we had given
I'll give
him
him a 6.5 rather.
This terrifying that day, because at the same time you're trying to say Buhari is a better president than Obasanjo.
So far, Obasanjo is blasting him currently.
Some can argue Obasanjo is better than we ever had. But anyway, Kajan, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for coming from YOUTHTALK. Chidi, thank you so much. Thanks for having me again. So make sure you're interested. You can send me your topics and you can also come on the show. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.